Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Dea. I'm a travel nurse here in the UK, and I am born Filipino but British citizen. Yes. So, what I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about dual citizenship. The other day, last Saturday, as you can see on my blog, that I have a bad experience. So forget about this bad experience anymore because those are long-standing. There are chronic issues in the Philippines, and about attitude of the government staff. And I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about the benefits and the pros and cons of having dual nationality. I researched about it because, to be honest with you, the reason why on that day I want to apply for my dual citizenship is because, you know what, I thought I never in my life thinking about the pros and cons about it. Okay, so I did it because I think it was fun. I did it because I want to see a lot of Filipinos. Because, to be honest with you, I never worked with a lot of Filipinos since I was in the UK. Because the last time that I worked with a lot of Filipinos is when I was in Dubai. The second time now I'm working in the Isle of Man. There's a lot of Filipinos, which just feels so nice because, I mean, there's a community in here, and I made good friends. And that's one of the reason why, well, few of the reason why I went to that outreach program of the Filipino organization here in Isle of Man. So what happened is, as you know, I did not get my nationality back, my Filipino nationality back, because they were talking about asking me for this certificate of naturalization. So I don't have it. I don't know where I put it, but I don't have it. Anyway, I've already discussed that in my first video about the dual nationality, and I was starting to look at it. I was starting about what are the benefits that I can get from it. I have some few benefits, having two nationalities. Basically, first is you will have two passports, which is good. However, Philippines, less country you can enter. England, lots of countries you can enter. Second is you will receive some benefits from the government, which is, to be honest with you, if you work, you will pay for it anyway. So here in the UK, you have NHS, which is the healthcare system here, and you pay it by working, and some people you have it for free even if you're not working because it's your right. And in the Philippines, we have a PhilHealth, but that actually you need to pay anyway. If you don't have PhilHealth, you will not get free medication, as what I know. I'm sorry, please correct me if I'm wrong. There's nothing free health wise in the Philippines, to be honest. If you not have money, no help. So you have to think about that. You have a social security system, which is in the UK you'll get the pension, you get a pension at the end of it. But in the Philippines, I'm not really sure, if you don't pay you will get a pension. Not really, because as I know, if you don't work you'll never get a pension. But here in the UK, even you don't work, but you will have basic pension to live in. You get me? So you got that. And then you will have you can stay longer in the country. So if you're in the Philippines, and then you want to visit Philippines for a holiday, and then 2 to 3 months, you don't need to do any long stay visa. There's a benefit of it. However, in the UK, you can go anywhere to have short stay visa, and obviously yeah, so passport wise, that's the only thing. And what I also think about, you can have properties, you can have two properties. So you can own a property in the Philippines and you can own a property in the UK. That's a benefit. So you've got two passports, two can own two properties, different countries. You will have a social security system, which is, to be honest with you, in the Philippines you pay, in the UK you pay, but you have to think those kind of scenarios. So how good is the social security system in the Philippines? How good is the health benefits that you got in the Philippines? Do the Philippines give education for free? England give good education for free for children. They will give you free health care, which is the NHS. So think about that. And also, you will have two passports. That's what I said. But the disadvantages you can get from from having dual citizenship. The problem of having dual citizenship is that, for example, if you came out of a country which is South Korea, for example, they have a mandatory military service, and if Korea engage war to the United Kingdom, I think you need to think about how will that affect, economically, and economically, how that works for you. So what is the regulation? Because United Kingdom might cancel your citizenship because you're fighting against them. You get me? So it's like betrayal. So which side you want to be in? So you have to think about that. The other one is obviously because you receive two social services, therefore you're also gonna pay two social services, right? So next one is the biggest for me, and this is the biggest thing for me. First is that the British government, if you are in the Philippines and then you need help from the British government because they have a program about helping people who are in trouble by law, who are ill. If they're ill, the British government will help to facilitate. They don't give money or they don't support financially, but they help facilitate to get the right help and make sure that you will look after. All right, that is the British government. However, if you are in the Philippines and you are Philippine citizen as well as British citizen, and if you become ill or something criminal happened to you, the British government will not interfere. They will not help you. That is kind of logical, isn't it? So you're already a citizen in the country anyway, so you're out of the country that you are. So you cannot have two both ways. So when you are in the Philippines and something happened to you legally, you're on your own, because to be honest with you, the Philippine government will not treat you special. Okay, they will not treat you special. You'll be treated as the same as everybody. So you will not have diplomatic help, special help from the Philippines unless you have money. If you have money, you can get help. Yeah, a lot of money. So if you are ill, the NHS, or if you're insured in the UK, I'm not really sure what's the transition be. But all I know, as I read on the website, that we will not get an NHS help unless we take ourselves to fly to the UK and get help in the UK. But if you are in the turf of the Philippines, then you will not be able to get help from the UK. Which I was a bit, it's okay for me. Yeah, it's okay for me because I have family in the Philippines. I have my mother, I have my brothers, I have my sister, I have my aunties, my uncles, and my clan is in the Philippines. However, if, for example, I am now, for example, I registered myself a Filipino national, yeah? And I decided, because my children don't have a choice yet, because they are still young, they're still under my guidance or whatever. I put their name on my beneficiary, and then I applied for the citizenship, and I applied for their passport. So therefore, my children are Filipino and British. However, when they become, for example, when they were 17 and I forgot to cancel their nationality and they went to Philippines, and then suddenly when they were in the Philippine airport, somebody planted a drug, for example, in their bag. So normally, if that happens, if you're a British citizen, you then phone the British consulate, to help you to get legal help and direct you properly, right? However, if your son arrived in the Philippines and then planted with drugs, that means he will be treated as Filipino, so therefore he will get the same punishment as everybody without the help of the British consulate. So that will be costly because the Philippine law is not that good. And the drug punishment in the Philippines is not really nice, which is good. But what if it is planted? So that means they will have the same experience as the others who are guilty about it. And did I made that decision, unsafe decision for my children? And my children didn't even choose to be a Filipino because I want them to be Filipino. And then suddenly things happened, and by that time I want the British consulate to help me, but because my children is in the Philippine turf, they're Filipino, so I will not get help. And that scared me a little bit because I have to say I don't have trust in the Philippine government dealing with foreign issues. And if you don't have money in the Philippines, you are nothing. Yeah, I have to be real here. If you don't have money, you will never get help, because a lot of people need help in the Philippines, and that scares me a little bit. So I decided, I thank God that I did not, well, I'm thankful for that Filipino moody woman that I wasn't successful to apply for my dual citizenship, because if I did, I made a wrong decision. However, my children will have a choice anyway. I think when they will be 18, they can cancel their citizenship. But I think I have to be, I don't have property in the Philippines anyway. They are my only precious, like not item, but the precious people in the Philippines are my family and my friends. But to be honest with you, I can just visit them. I don't have plan yet to stay in the Philippines because I don't know what my children want, needs. So if I will have my grandchildren here in the UK, I will not. I don't really think so that I will leave my children looking after their own children. I want to be there for my grandchildren and my husband as well. So, and then I don't know what will happen. So I think I'm glad that I did not take back my Filipino nationality, because I don't need to be a Filipino to help my countrymen. I'm still, although I'm not Filipino by paper, but in my heart, I am a Filipino. And I will continue to promote diabetes self-management to Filipinos who came from a poorer background, and I will be there. I just go there for a few days, visiting Philippines and do diabetes education and all that kind of stuff, and I don't need a visa for that. But it is sad that I lose my citizenship as Filipino, but I am still Filipino. I look Filipino. I can speak Filipino, and I am Filipino. Sadly, I have to look after the welfare of my children, and I don't really think that the Philippine government will be able to help my children if there's something happened to them in other countries, and I will ask them for help and then they will not help me. But I know for a fact that if I call the British Embassy, and at least I'll have a little bit of help or a little bit of guidance, not financially but just guidance, and I want that. That's it, really. That's for me, and hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And yes, dual citizenship is really good. However, you have to make sure that that's your children's choice and that's what they want to do, because legally, what exactly the benefits of our children. That's it, really. Have a good day. Bye.